Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Brightworks. I got a replay today, and as much as I love these bar games, the nice and long ones, we just took a look at a really long one not too long ago, a couple videos back here. As much as I love those, I would say probably the average Beyond All Reason game is probably 40 minutes long. But every once in a while, I get a replay, and I notice that the file size is quite a bit shorter. I notice that there's some really high skill players in the lobby, and the replay time is quite short, so you know that some absolute shenanigans were up to in this match, and this is, well, one of those matches. So let's meet our contestants today, competing for my attention, competing to impress us all. Truly, spawning in the southwestern side, we have Finn Halkvist. Yeah, we'll go with Halkvist. I feel like I might have nailed that on the very first try. Tried to confuse me by putting a Q right next to a V. I speak my Anglic, I know my kv. Finn Halkvist going to be going for a bot lab in the backline position here, our red team leader. Probably going to be teching up with that, that's probably the plan anyways. We'll have to see how well that goes. Spawning here in the northeastern side for our blue team leader, Fatal Baguette, quickly becoming a fan favorite on this channel. Going to be going for some airplay, very interesting. Airplay is interesting, I'll tell you exactly why I think that's interesting actually. So, on this map, if you can contest these islands, I've talked about this before, but if you contest the islands on the Supreme Straits, you're going to have a nice little economic lead. Whether you're the player playing on the beach side or the sea lane, both of these are vying for control over these metal spots in order to get that advantage, that is. Going for air lets you get a really quick advantage, not only on this frontal island here, but also on this little chain of islands over on this side as well. So you can actually gain an even bigger lead by going for air here. Now, it's unconventional, but I am pretty excited to see what goes on here. We have one construction craft out. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh, we have so much bigger plans. Oh, the plans are so much bigger than I could have even have possibly hoped to see. Yeah, we are sending the very first constructor out and about already. Ooh, we've already got a commander on the run too. Wow, we're going for a double cheese. The blue team very eager to get some cheese out and about on the field. Ooh, a lucky rascal does scout the commander moving over. Yeah, they're very quick to jump on top of that. They realize immediately what's going on here. So Finn Halkvist does actually manage to point out to the team that a commander is going to be making land over there. Very nicely done. Paying attention, keeping their minds open. Now this is interesting. We have to keep our eyes on this constructor here. It's taking a very narrow path along here. If we take a look at the vision radius here, we can see, yeah, we don't really have anything. It'll briefly flash through the radar zone right here as it traverses past this area. So the question is whether Finn Halkvist will actually notice it or whether it will go unnoticed. Commander has made land over here. It's set up a light laser turret. We are going to continue the cheese over on that side. Very nice to see. We have a rascal in the back line here, working to tear some stuff down, but it does get shot down by a T1 medium tank. Oh, I think he saw it. Yeah, I think Finn Halkvist did see it. He's moving the commander back this way. Look here, go D-gun him fast. You cannot D-gun anymore, unless this is an old replay from back in the day. Oh, he didn't see it. He moved his commander over here to self-destruct it. Oh. Okay, so this has gone unscouted. This is officially going up completely unscouted here in a minute and 9 seconds. From the finishing of that sentence, we're going to see a construction turret up in the enemy base, but also we're taking control of these metal extractors. So this is really, really nice. We're doing all the right stuff here. Using the commander up here, we're going to build some... Well, that's odd. We're planning to build a construction turret up here. I'm not sure which of these constructors is actually going to be doing that. This one, maybe? Ah, yes, this one. Wow, very nice done. Fatal Baguette has essentially decided not to contest the sea here. Instead, going to be going for a more cheeky strategy, which is quite nice. That is typically the harder lane to contest here. 36 seconds left on this construction turret, and we're just going to keep building in the back lines here. Really curious to see what we're actually going to go for in the back. There's not a lot of room to build units back here. Actually, let's test this. Oh, okay, actually, yeah, you can get labs out in this back. It looks really rocky and bumpy, but it is actually flat enough for you to build some stuff. So that is quite nice. Front lines here, we have Tank Destroyer going up against a bunch of bots on the front lines here. Aggravators launching their missiles. Wow, we're very, very pingy today. Everyone's super excited about this game, and I can't blame them. Definitely an exciting match for sure. This constructor is almost done. We are stalling on energy quite a bit here. We have these missile trucks out, or not missile trucks. I keep calling these missile trucks the missile corvettes. I'm just not used to seeing these light missiles and anything but those missile trucks, but I always forget that Cortex has a missile corvette, a little light missile firing ship. Very nice to see. We have the geothermal plant coming up. That's actually where all the energy is going. Oh, look at that. The team donating energy to Fatal Baguette to make sure that energy production stays afloat here. And indeed, the geothermal plant comes up, going to be granting a tremendous energy boon to this player. And they're going to have quite a lot to contribute here. Front line is holding strong. All they have to do is continue to hold while this backline gets built up. Oh, looks like this thing's struggling a little bit here. Now I'm really curious to see what the play is. That's her cue. There we go. Bot lab. Gonna be going for a bot lab here in the back line. Are we gonna tech up with the bot lab, or are we just gonna make T1 bots? I mean, a whole bunch of grunts would basically devastate this entire back line. There's no combat units back here. So yeah, we would definitely be at a significant advantage if we just made 100 grunts and threw them out all over the place. We're gonna go for some thugs. Okay. A little bit tougher, a little bit stronger, last a little bit longer. That's what she said. No, Brightworks, that's not right. Don't do that. We've got some static defense to pin this player in, although there's not even an attempt at Navy over here. We are just going fully into artillery. We have a vehicle lab. That is quite interesting. We're stalling on energy quite harshly. Oh, we are putting up our own geothermal plant, though. So eventually, Amalek here is going to have the energy needed to fight this front line, and that is going to be quite nice. Artillery getting a lot of free shots on these tanks here. Oh, yeah, those are going down. That hurts pretty bad. There's a lot of T1 solar here. I'd love to see that eaten up and turned into advanced solar panels back here somewhere. Looks like we're going for a lot of windmills. Wind is absolutely killer on this map. Really, really good. So it's definitely a good move to go for that. We're just going to patrol our ships back and forth. We're content to just harass this whenever we feel like it. Yeah, we're focusing all attention into this bot lab back here. Should have made a jammer. I don't think he needs it because it's up on this hill here. There's nothing that can actually see up here. I doubt if there's even radar. Yeah, there's no radar presence back here. It's uncommon for a radar to be built over here because you, I mean, why, what could you need a radar for? Surely there are no units to detect. When all of a sudden a bunch of thugs walk down the mountain and into your base. This is a game ender for sure. What's going on here? Yeah, it's a just in case, I think. What are they talking about? A just in case. Well, anyway. We see a T2 lab up. I'd love to see this eaten up to convert into more economy here. Build a metal storage and, yeah, eat up that lab. We also have a lab here and a bunch of solar panels that I would love to see eaten up. Ooh, this didn't finish. Okay, good. We did catch that. That'd be really unfortunate to miss that, and then suddenly this just starts draining all the way back down. Ugh, that would hurt. Now, luckily this does go up, but really it probably won't matter because when these thugs march down the hill, all is going to be lost here. Suddenly there is no units to counter any of this, and the entire back line is completely wiped away. Ender SCFA did move their commander over here to take this island. That's really nicely done. Denying a big eco boost to Fatal Baguette. Important to do that. Important that somehow you get control of this island no matter which part of the map that you represent here. You always want to be able to contest this island because there's so much resource potential there, just lying at your fingertips. I'm Still Ray, doing a great job of building up a navy, a hovercraft-based navy of all things. We transitioned away from ships and we're just going to go into hovercraft, which I think is great because we now need to assault this beachhead. Hovercraft is definitely the way to go there. Although amphibious tanks are definitely, there's definitely an argument for those. How's the tech line going back here? We are up to T2. We have not handed any out, though. At least none that I can see. Purple is teching on their own. Looks like we do have a T2 constructor, so that must have been given by somebody here. And we're still lacking T2 for this player. So I'd love to see T2 handed off to this player. The green player here, Mboer, MBOER4. Sort of light green player. And I'd love to see a T2 have been handed off to this purple player instead of forcing them to tech all on their own. As they are now running dangerously short on metal, although there's quite a bit of metal lying in these solar panels here, 775, which might actually be enough to finish off this advanced this advanced Tech 2 aircraft plant. This line is still holding up here. Oh, we're going for a joint nuke launcher. Interesting. Not a nuclear joint launcher. That's a completely different thing. That's a California special. No, this is a joint nuke launcher, and it's going to be firing, well, hopefully directly into the hearts of the blue team. But there's a nasty surprise coming down the hills, coming around the mountain when she comes. Things are about to get really, really tragic in the back line of the red team. The thugs show themselves, and they start to fire. This needs to be absolutely crippling, otherwise this will be a tremendous amount of wasted effort and time. But for what it's worth, I think it absolutely is. Splendipitous. Ritual says, get AA. Sypha says, well played, Fatal. Yeah, very, very nice. Very well played indeed. And I think this has worked out phenomenally. See all the economy evaporating here. Energy production is falling rapidly. The nuke cannot charge. Now there's not enough energy in order to charge this. Everything is going downhill, and suddenly the backline is completely wiped off the map here. The orange player reduced to just a few constructor bots and a single res bot over here. Maybe one over here as well. Wow, what an epic play. You know, the one thing that would make it better? Put a grave robber in here and just eat this all up. Send all this metal back to your team. You've basically won the game at this point, but you can continue to pressure it by sending all this juicy metal. If we take a look at this now. Yep, several thousand in each one of these wreckages here. Well played, Fatal. Well played. Absolutely lovely. Yeah, but we never saw him. Yeah, that's funny. There was basically no response. I think the team is in shock here, wondering, wait a minute, we don't have a blue player? These are enemies? How are we being sandwiched? What an excellent play here. I absolutely love a quick cheese like that. Very nicely done. Fatal Baguette showing us that there are more than one ways to play the C lane here, and that is absolutely one of my favorite parts about this game. Fatal Baguette doing everything, wiping out the entire back line. I bet these graphs are going to look really funny here. Yeah, you can see Fatal Baguette's growing rate stopped right here, and we just started producing units, whereas the other teams were growing, but none of this was army. This is all economy. Really nicely done. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, this is a pretty quick one, but if you enjoyed this one, I'd humbly request that you leave a like down below and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think, and even consider subscribing if you like more daily Beyond All Reason content and you can't get enough, just like me. Anyways, I'll see you in the next video. See ya.